Olá malta, bem-vindos a um novo episódio de Hogwarts Legacy. Estou a gravar mais uma vez este episódio de seguida ao anterior, ao episódio 18, penso, já não me lembro. Vamos ter com a Nettie, que está aqui mesmo perto. Já não recebemos uma missão da Nettie há algum tempo, né?
Are you ready to put an end to Harlow?
I'm ready to do what's needed to take Harlow down. I know you have a plan.
We must gather information from the friends of Mr. Bickle that Archie and Mrs. Bickle mentioned. Agabus Filbert, Otto Dibble, and Mr. and Mrs. Rabe.
All right.
I suggest that you speak with each of them while I head to the Hogshead. I saw some Ashwinders heading there. And as my mother would never go near the Hogshead, she is less likely to learn of my activities than if I were to wander the village questioning its residents.
What sort of information am I trying to gather from these people?
They may know what evidence Mr. Bickle had against Harlow, or they may have evidence of their own. We simply need to know whatever they know.
Ok.
Where am I to find these friends of his?
I do not know about Mr. Rabe, but his wife, Daisy, is often in Hogsmeade, as is Agabus Filbert. And Otto Dibble, he works at Gladrags, so you will likely find him there.
Very well. I'll speak with them, see what I can learn.
I knew I could rely on you. We need to know how they are being blackmailed by Rookwood and Harlow. Meet me here after you have spoken with them. Hopefully, by the time you return, I will be able to move a bit more freely.
Ok, let's go. Bem, malta, bem-vindos mais uma vez. Desculpem isto começar assim. Espero que vocês estejam bem, que estejam a curtir a série, que estejam a curtir o jogo, já sabem. O do costume.
Mrs. Rabe should be nearby.
Pois, mas onde é que ela está?
Oh, Isco.
Exatamente.
What have I done?
Mrs. Rabe, I wondered if I might speak with you about Theophilus Harlow. I'm a friend of the Bickles and I'm trying to gather evidence against him.
Poor Joanna and little Archie. And now Harlow has taken my darling Isco.
What do you mean? Why?
I'm a security guard at Gringotts, and my husband is a curse breaker for them. Harlow approached me about helping him extort my colleagues into giving him treasures from the vaults.
And you declined?
Of course I declined. Repeatedly. I thought they'd given up, until I came home one night and found my husband gone, and a note affixed to my door with a knife. The note stated that I only had a few days to reconsider helping with some banking needs, and that my husband would appreciate it if I acted quickly. But the help Harlow wants is help that I cannot give, and my dearest Isco is paying the price.
Are you sure the note means that your husband was kidnapped?
What else could it possibly mean? Besides, I came home to find that someone had trampled the daisies in our garden. It may sound silly, but those were Isco's pride and joy. He would never have let that happen.
Ok, então é justo.
Have you helped Harlow since your husband was taken?
No, I'm worried sick about Isco, but he'd never want me to compromise my integrity. I also know that he's extremely clever. That said, I was hoping he would have escaped by now. It makes me concerned as to why he hasn't.
Então temos a pergunta, né? Por que levar o seu marido e não a ela?
Why wouldn't Harlow extort your husband?
Isco's job is even more removed from the vaults than mine. He travels the world for the bank.
Okay.
He does nothing for Harlow. I'm the one in the bank on a daily basis, which evidently makes me an enticing target for blackmail.
Thank you, Mrs. Rabe. Knowing the lengths that Harlow will go to is helpful, albeit more than disturbing.
Mr. Bickle was trying to help us, but now he's gone. I don't know what to do.
I shall do all I can to get evidence against Harlow, Mrs. Rabe.
Very well. Here's the note I received. You must be careful as well. Please don't put yourself in danger.
Mas isto é importante para nós para nós obtermos cada vez mais informação sobre o Ranrock e o outro primaço, né? Esperemos que reconsidere nos ajudar com as necessidades bancárias. Já demos tempo mais que suficiente para que chegasse a uma decisão sozinha, mas estamos começando a perder a paciência. Sabemos que o seu marido adoraria se visse o valor das nossas ações conjuntas. Podemos contar com uma resposta até ao fim da semana? É melhor que isso fique entre nós, se é que nos entende.
Some evidence worth hanging on to.
Thank you. I hope it's not too late.
Now, to find Mr. Bickle's other two friends.
Vamos ver o que é que conseguimos. Opa. Temos já aqui um aqui em cima e depois vamos ao outro.
Otto Dibble works at Gladrags. I should check there.
Please tell me you didn't take it.
Mr. Dibble, may I speak with you? It's about Theophilus Harlow.
I've nothing to say about him. May I interest you in a stunning cravat today?
Please, sir, I'd like to help. I spoke to Mrs. Bickle.
You know the Bickles? All right. But we must be discreet. Can't have Mr. Hill hearing this.
Conta.
Mr. Hill. He was kind to me the day of the troll attack.
Oh, he's a good man. But even he wouldn't understand about Harlow. It started a few weeks ago. I was distracted, reading a note, when you-know-who came into the shop. I hid the note behind the counter and offered to help him. He stared at me for a moment, then asked me to check on an order he'd placed. I went into the storeroom to check on what turned out to be a non-existent order. When I returned, he was holding the note.
Claro, não é?
It was a note from Rosie Hill, Mr. Hill's daughter. You see, we've been, secretly engaged these past 6 months. We haven't told Mr. Hill yet. I dare say he has higher hopes for her. Harlow advised me in no uncertain terms that my relationship with Rosie, not to mention my employment here, depended upon my cooperation.
Claro.
What does he ask you to do?
It all happened so quickly. In an instant, he took a very expensive scarf from the counter, pocketed it, and smiled. He said, "Your secret is safe as long as I can supply my lady friend with delightful items like this every so often." I've been able to cover for his requests until now with some creative bookkeeping, but I can't keep it up for much longer. I'm terrified to say anything. I could never live without Rosie.
Epá, mas...
Could you give me a bit more detail about the note? That might help me to identify it should I come across it.
It's on Rosie's special pink stationery. It has her monogram at the top, RH. That's how Mr. Hill would know it was real.
Ok. Não vamos dizer a ele para contar, acho eu.
What have you been doing to keep the extortion a secret?
Well, as I mentioned, creative bookkeeping. And I've also been trying to cover the costs with my own savings, but I'm running out of money. None of this bodes well for my efforts to improve my circumstances and be worthy of Rosie.
Ok. Então, mas espera.
I met Mr. Hill the day of the troll attack. He was kind to me. Why don't you just
Quero ver o que é que ele vai dizer sobre isto.
Lovely man. But when it comes to Rosie, I fear he loses all perspective. He'd see this as a grave betrayal. I'd lose my job instantly, and Rosie as well.
Entendo.
Thank you for telling me. I'm gathering evidence to take Harlow down.
I would love nothing more than to see him rotting in Azkaban, but be careful. He's an awful man and incredibly dangerous. As for Rosie's letter, should you happen upon it, I have committed it to memory. You may destroy it immediately.
Understood.
Now hurry off before Mr. Hill returns. Where was I?
We're on the right track. Now to find the last of Mr. Bickle's friends.
Vamos ver o que é que este primo tem para dizer. Isto meio que vai ajudar porque ele anda...
Here somewhere.
Hello there.
Excuse me, Mr. Filbert. I wondered if I might speak with you about your dealings with Theophilus Harlow. I hope to ease Mrs. Bickle's mind by gathering evidence against him.
Tragic, what happened to Bickle. He wanted me to speak out against Harlow for an act of violence committed against me. But I feared Harlow's retaliation, and so I refused.
You may have shared Mr. Bickle's fate if you had spoken out against Harlow as he requested.
Unfortunately, I suspect you're right.
You said that Harlow committed an act of violence against you. Could you tell me what happened?
Before my extraordinary wife, Dulcibella, passed away, she had just completed a small book of poetry. As a surprise for her birthday, one she never had the chance to celebrate, I had the book beautifully bound and plated in gold. One day, Harlow came calling to punish me for having spoken out against the Neanderthals that comprise Rookwood's lot. Before I knew it, I'd been petrified, and Harlow was rifling through my home. He found the book of poetry, with its exquisite gold plating. I watched helplessly, lying there in my entranceway as he walked away with the book, laughing as he went. I was shaken to my core. Still am, to be honest.
I imagine you fear Harlow retaliating again, but do you mind if I share this information with Officer Singer?
I suppose I have no choice. This extortion can't go on forever. You can pass it on to anyone who may be willing to help.
Pois é isso, estas informações todas.
People talking, as you already know.
I've spoken with Mr. Bickle's friends. Now to find Natty.
Estas informações todas são importantes, né? Ainda bem que a Nettie disse para nós virmos falar com estes 3 artistas, porque estamos a recolher o máximo de provas possíveis. As chantagens são enormes aqui em Hogsmeade, está feito. Já agora vou entrar em sua casa, desculpe lá. E assim temos provas suficientes para incriminar o bacano, né? Estava a ver que estava. Não queria abrir, estava difícil.
Revelio.
Desculpe lá, está bem? Antecipadamente, desculpe lá. Que eu desde tive o Hello Ramora ainda não vim vasculhar aqui Hogsmeade. E sei que pode vir a ter coisas interessantes. Casa acolhedora, gostei muito. Tchau. Na verdade, fazer tudo de parte da investigação. Já. Vamos ver o que a Nettie consegue também. A ver se conseguimos deitar abaixo o Harlow e o Ranrook. Já nem sei o nome do gajo. Incrível.
She said she was going to the Hog's Head. Perhaps I'll find her there.
Vamos aqui por trás. Acho que dá, não dá? Ou tenho que atravessar o lago de qualquer jeito? Ai, mas vou molhar o pezinho.
Natty must be around here somewhere.
Deve estar aqui dentro. Não? Está aqui atrás, marota.
Natty's wand. She can cast without it. She wanted me to find this. She's in trouble. Revelio will show me where she was taken.
Ok.
Revelio.
Siga os rastros.
Nosy little students get what's coming to them.
Foda-se, ele conseguiu passar.
Natty must have been taken this way. I need to find her quickly.
Então, mas espera lá. Se isto está no cabeça de javali, está qualquer coisa que não está bem.
Footprints led to this room. There must be another way forward. Accio! hidden door. Natty must have been taken this way.
Opcional, encontro livro de poemas. Ok. Não, agora quero encontrar tudo. Agora queria ver se conseguia devolver as coisas aos homens também. Pá, adoro esta merda, meu. Isto é tão bom. Dentro de um barril dá isto tudo. Tem muita gente aqui. Tem muita gente aqui para fightar. Está um bocado escuro, não?
Revelio.
A ver se... eu acho que estou a deixar coisas para trás. Olha lá. A ver se tomamos a poção de invisibilidade.
There must be some students at Hogwarts that we could recruit.
Ok, yeah. Se calhar foi... Depois, olha, acho que foi uma perda de tempo. Foi eu ter bebido a poção.
Revelio.
Show yourself!
Eu apreço por ti. Ok, isto é o... Nice. Assim comecei a ler, percebi logo que era um...
I hear ya, whoever you are.
Revelio.
Who's there?
I know you're there.
Será? Consigo fazer isto sneaky pela primeira vez?
Revelio.
Será? Consigo a primeira vez fazer isto sneaky sem ninguém me ver? Vou duvidar um bocado, mas... Já não é mal de chegar até aqui. Meu querido Otto, ok, nice.
He wanted me to destroy this if I found it.
I've never seen such a look of fear in your eyes. I should think an ant would show more.
Revelio.
Nós temos mais para aqui, já agora. Ok, temos aqui uma passagem qualquer, seja lá onde é que isto vai dar. Isto deve dar a volta por ali, né? Exatamente. Que é para eu poder vir sneaky à vontade, é isso? Yeah. Pois supostamente até devia ter passado por aqui, é isso mesmo. Ok. Será que também temos ali uns quantos baús, né? Apetece mandar a porrada? Apetece. Oi, o quê? Vê se te calas, mas é.
What was that sound?
Is that you, Roylance?
Revelio.
Pá, se conseguirmos fazer isto sneaky era o sonho. Para mim.
What you all dribbling over there? Look like you've been had by the flobberworm himself.
Ah, mas não vou conseguir fazer isto tudo em sneaky. Vamos ter que dar porrada neles todos.
Revelio. Revelio.
Será que eu também tenho mais coisas lá em baixo? Tem muita coisa lá em baixo ainda para ver.
No more.
Ok. Até que não me importo por um lado.
You shouldn't be here.
Vocês também não deviam estar aqui, né? Opa.
What's the light go out of your eye?
Não era bem isto que eu queria fazer, mas...
Gotcha.
I'm just warming up.
E agora vou mandar uma poção de enduros.
Pay for your deed.
Confringo.
Hurry up, Barry! That's just it!
Come to regret that.
What are you?
Confringo. Incendio. Descendo. Confringo.
That's just the beginning.
Ah, yes.
Confringo.
From above. This has become personal.
Ai, eu se não tivesse tomado aquela...
Confringo.
Eu se não tivesse tomado aquela poção ao mesmo tempo...
You'll pay for that.
Glacius.
What are your faults,
Descendo.
Incendio. Expulso.
Tu é que vais expulsar daqui para fora. Se não puderes...
Might want to look
Descendo.
up.
Glacius.
Expulso. Expulso.
Confringo.
Nice try.
Glacius. Descendo.
Vocês é que vão todos expulsar daqui para fora.
Revelio.
Já não precisa ter andado à porrada há mais tempo, portanto... Aquilo são as tampas. Temos ali um baú qualquer, né? Ok. Que são as corujas.
Must be here somewhere. Revelio.
You found us. I knew you would realize I had left you here.
Espera. Mas quem é? Ai, o marido da outra, já.
Mr. Rabe. Daisy told me you'd been abducted.
You spoke with my wife.
O marido da outra.
Worried about you. Are you alright?
I am all right. Thank you for coming. These locks are cursed, and there's an anti-apparition jinx on the cells. Even Natty's skill with wandless magic cannot free us. I need you to find my wand.
Use mine. We'll find yours together once you're out of there.
I need my wand for this. Using one with which I have no connection may not work as well or as quickly, and we cannot risk detection.
I shall do my best. Any idea where it might be?
It's nearby. I can sense it.
Understood. I'll find it.
Your friend Natty was not able to summon my wand. It must be blocked.
Vou buscar a Nettie primeiro, não? Não.
Revelio.
Oh, então, se não consigo abrir esta merda, claro que não consigo ajudar a Nettie. Será que pode estar naquele baú? Está um baú ali para o fundo. Não, mas a área delimita aqui.
My wand is somewhere in this room. I can tell.
Mr.
Oh.
Rabe's wand could be in there.
Porra, vai dar trabalho só, estou a ver. Oh, que caraças. Ou se calhar até não. Esse aqui dá mais trabalho, pessoal.
Mr. Rabe's wand. He'll be glad to have this back. Mr. Rabe, I found your wand.
Well done.
Está uma cena boa estranha nele, parece que está cheio de...
You best stand back. One never knows how a curse will react to being
Não sei
broken.
como é que se diz. O fato dele parece estar a bada estranho. Não sei se é por estar ali dentro. Qual da luz? A Nettie também está.
Thank you, Mr. Isco.
My pleasure. And thank you, my friend.
Não, é obrigado a mim, então. Acho que é o maior
I may be
aqui.
too weak to disapparate with you both, but I can try.
You go ahead. Find Officer Singer. We will get out of here on our own.
Very well. But be careful. Thank you, my young friend.
Be prepared for a fight. These Ashwinders must pay.
Eu já tratei tudo. A não ser que vai aparecer mais, mas... Vambora, mas é. Eu sei que vim por aqui, exatamente. Olha, mas é para te despachares. Será que ela está a vir? Ok. Já fico preocupado.
Let's find Officer Singer and put an end to Harlow one.
Já vamos tratar disso, calma. Não precisas ficar nervosa. Estou aqui. Ok. Chegou um bocado rápido.
Natsai Onai. I should have known. And you, the troll dispatcher. Oh, thank goodness the two of you are safe. Isco Rabe told me a couple of students had rescued him. Should have known it was you two.
Is Mr. Rabe all right?
He is. I sent him home to his wife. Miss Onai, your mother will not be pleased to learn that you're still risking your safety pursuing these dangerous men.
Por isso é que você não vai contar nada.
Natty and I learned of several Hogsmeade residents who've had their lives threatened by the Ashwinders. In addition to abducting Mr. Rabe to blackmail his wife and Natty, Rookwood and Harlow have also extorted Agabus Filbert and Otto Dibble.
I will look into all of that. As for the two of you, I appreciate what you're trying to do, but you are taking great risk. Next time, please let the authorities handle the Ashwinders.
Estamos à vossa espera, estamos fodidos.
With all due respect, officer, the authorities haven't done much about any of this.
There's more to taking down an organization like the Ashwinders than simply storming in and
Também é
holding them
verdade.
based on a few accusations. I must insist that you leave them to us. We shall have no further discussion on this.
Também é verdade.
Natsai, you
Bem
need to
respondido.
speak with your mother about this before I do.
My mother will not like this. Thank you again for rescuing me. We shall speak soon.
Também é verdade. Ela também tem razão. Deitar uma organização abaixo também não é fácil. A visita dos caçadores nas sombras do tempo. A diretora se pronuncia. Eu acho que temos este primeiro e depois é que temos a diretora se pronuncia. Eu acho que temos este primeiro. Não quero estar enganado. Queria tentar fazer este aqui. Vou fazer isto offline. Eu acho que temos este primeiro. Ok, eu posso teleportar para aqui. Eu ia ter colocado já para rastrear a missão, mas whatever.
There's no telling what lies in wait for me in there.
Ceased pestering me. I suspect that's your doing. Thank you from me and Rosie both. We're just leaving for our honeymoon after we tell Mr. Hill of our recent marriage. Wish me luck.
Boa sorte.
You're here. Good.
Sebastian, that relic you mentioned.
I believe one of Slytherin's students stumbled upon the relic during an assignment to study sarcophagi in this catacomb. From what I read in a report by the student, they weren't permitted to take it with them, so I must assume it's still here. As I mentioned earlier, this relic grants its holder the power to reverse dark magic curses. If it's in this catacomb, I have to find it. For Anne. I need to see her.
I'd be interested to know what else the student discovered.
Have a look. Unfortunately, there's no name on it, but I suspect if it was important enough for Slytherin to stash in his spellbook, it's worthy of further study.
I'm ready to explore the catacomb. Perhaps we can visit Anne when we've finished.
Perfect. By the way, Ominous has been asking about you. You didn't tell him what we were doing, did you?
I didn't.
Não.
Promise.
Good. Ominous would be livid if he knew what we were about to do.
Então, se calhar é melhor. Relatório do aluno. A tarefa da catacumba rendeu mais do que eu imaginava. Aprender sobre nossos ancestrais foi esclarecedor. No entanto, me deparei com outra coisa que não pude ignorar. Em uma área atrás da grande sala havia sofrido declínio. Em uma área atrás da grande sala que havia sofrido declínio, entre os sarcófagos revirados, descobri uma relíquia de formato estranho. Imediatamente senti o seu poder. Eu adoraria estar mais a relíquia se apenas a renoção de objetos fosse permitida.
I'll be interested to compare what lies inside to what I've read about this catacomb.
Vamos descobrir. Está em dias de português, continua em dia.
Revelio.
I'm sure that foul smell is the scent of success. Try not to lose your nerve just yet.
Ok. Ok.
Defendo. Descendo. Confringo. At least now we know we're not alone in here.
Perhaps that was it. And the rest of the tomb will be insect-free.
Yeah, spiders aren't insects.
Don't start.
Accio. Opening all of these is tempting.
We're here for a reason. I'd say opening them all is justified.
Mais nenhuma? Não.
This room is taller than it looks.
Wingardium Leviosa.
O que é que temos aqui para cima? Um baú apenas?
Finding a
Ok.
chest in an inconspicuous loft. Brilliant.
Oh, enganei-me. Não desapareças. Não desapareças, eu enganei-me.
Revelio. Defendo. Confringo. Descendo. Defendo. Descendo. Glacius. Descendo. Protego.
We've rid the world of another spider. I shall sleep better tonight.
É isso.
Confringo. Accio.
Nada. Dinheiro. Mais. O que é que nós temos mais por aqui? Mais nada? E esta porta?
Confringo.
Isto provavelmente é o Aki.
Revelio.
I nearly slipped there.
Vais dormir espetacular, pá, não te preocupes.
Descendo. Confringo.
Vais dormir bué da bem, não te preocupes.
All this grass.
Esquece as aranhas.
I've read about catacombs
Revelio.
that underwent expansion efforts and ran into problems.
Confringo.
Often cave-ins.
And then were abandoned.
Exactly. We'll be fine, though.
Anda embora, temos que ir ali para baixo ao Hortistola.
Revelio.
Now this is the sort of great room I want to be buried in.
Surrounded by grandeur.
Grandeur and then some. Even an altar with a pile of bones. Lovely.
Bones outside a sarcophagus. Seems odd. There's something here by the altar.
Por estupidez mencionei a relíquia em meu relatório e pediram que deixasse onde encontrei, mas a pesquisa deve vir antes do meu respeito às regras e eu sinto algo com relação a esta relíquia. Soube que pessoas escolhidas pelas varinhas feitas de carvalho inglês têm uma forte intuição e eu acredito nisso. Portanto, quando não tinha ninguém olhando, eu agi. Conjurei 2 barricadas para isolar a relíquia. Que os ancestrais me perdoem, mas eu usei os ossos deles como chave. Claro que vou devolvê-los, mas primeiro preciso de me preparar para a próxima tarefa, aprender a maldição Impérios. Dizem que este feitiço é útil contra inimigos.
What did you find?
Wingardium Leviosa.
That's a lot of bone rattle.
Reparo.
Bem, ali vai ter uma aranha, né?
Accio. Accio.
Mais ossos.
Revelio.
Aqui, o que é que nós temos aqui? Imagino que tenho a trazer os ossos para aqui, é isso?
Confringo. Revelio.
Imagino que tenho a trazer os ossos para aqui.
Levioso. Accio. Wingardium Leviosa.
Yeah.
Accio. Wingardium Leviosa.
E agora?
Accio.
Aqui se calhar vou precisar de um de pulso. Se calhar daí até não.
Revelio. Wingardium Leviosa. Accio. We're in a tomb. I assume eerie sounds come with the territory. Wingardium Leviosa.
Também será para aqui, este? Olha, olha.
Revelio.
Olha, olha, estás a ver?
Looks like part of a student's diary. It mentions plans to return for the relic and conjuring barricades using bones.
Of course. The student's summary referenced a space beyond the Great Room, which means this can't be a dead end.
Já descobri.
Divide and conquer. You work on sorting out the bone barricades. I'll look around and see what we missed. Hold on to that diary entry. There may be more to it.
It does mention something else. It says their next assignment was learning the Imperius Curse.
Really? Interesting. We need to focus on moving beyond this room. But let me think for a moment.
Of course. I'll start to search for those barricades.
Brilliant.
Pois, é isso. Pois, entretanto já me adiantei.
Before we trudge on further, I've just realized the student's diary mentions the Imperius Curse. I wouldn't be surprised if we're going to need it here. It's an unforgivable, but useful when you're outnumbered. Places the victim completely under the caster's control. So, if you'd like to learn Imperio, I can teach you.
Eu quero aprender as missões. Eu quero aprender os feitiços todos. Desbloquear tudo.
You have an ability that evidently no one's seen for centuries. Focus your wand movement. It's not an easy spell to master.
Sejam imperdoáveis ou não, eu quero aprender todas. Vamos colocá-la no lugar do pulso, se calhar. Oh shit. Que eu quero testá-la mesmo. Eu quero testá-la. Ora.
Accio. Revelio.
Another barricade. Considering how well you did on the last one, this should be a cinch.
How gracious of you.
I try.
Mas para lá. Tem mais coisas por aqui, né?
Confringo.
This looks different than what we faced before. Now we're also dealing with rune symbols.
Imperio. Glacius. Confringo. Defender.
Ai.
Confringo. Defender. Confringo. Defender. Confringo.
Here's some of these stone tablets have true rune symbols. That has to mean something. Never knew spiders could make such a mess.
Bit dramatic, isn't it? Confringo.
Eu acho que o que vamos encontrar por aqui é só nada mais, nada menos. De que coisinhas. Então. Ah, não posso. Ok.
Confringo. Revelio.
Só coisas para apanhar, né? Acho que não vamos encontrar aqui nada assim muito especial.
This catacomb has suffered decay, just as the student's summary described.
I doubt anyone's been here in quite some time.
Yeah. Só vamos encontrar cenas para apanhar. Ora.
Perhaps we need to pull the handles in the order of the symbols on the tablets.
Revelio.
Queria apanhar o máximo de coisas, é. Mas também não quero estar aqui a perder tempo desnecessário. Será que isto dá para... Não, não me parece. Vamos colocar estes ossos no sítio então. De repente sou massagista. Ok, certo. Pronto. Tirar isto aqui. Graças.
Accio. Wingardium Leviosa.
Ok, falta-nos abrir este aqui, portanto.
Accio.
Este é 100%. E este? Não.
Wingardium Leviosa.
Eu é que não estava a seguir as runas que estavam ali nos desenhos, portanto, é. Foi um bocado parvo.
Shoulders above these bones. Nicely done.
Revelio.
I see why Slytherin's student was so entranced with this place.
Acho que alguma coisa não mexer lá muito bem, né? Pois.
Confringo. Defender.
Oh!
Confringo. Defender. Confringo. Defender.
Ela vai ser em algum lado, exato.
Confringo. For a moment there, I thought that'd never end. Revelio. Confringo.
Dead end. Lovely. All that for nothing.
Hold on. Don't give up yet.
Está ali pergaminho ou sei lá o que é.
Revelio.
Deixei baú para trás. Já não tenho mais espaço. A relíquia contém um enorme potencial. Suas habilidades poderiam beneficiar não somente o mundo bruxo, mas o mundo todo. Só que o sacrifício sombrio para concretizar o seu objetivo é grande demais. Até sabemos mais, não remova esta relíquia.
Sebastian, the relic. Look.
Could it be?
The note and rendition of the relic. It matches. This must be where the student left the relic.
I can't believe it. After all this, it lines up. We've really found it.
What do you suppose is meant by the dark sacrifice required to realize the relic's potential?
I have no idea. But we're here for the relic.
Será que precisamos da relíquia?
I'm willing to ignore what the journal entry says. We're taking the relic.
Agreed. This is meant to be. For Anne's sake, I'm taking it. Let's get to Feldcroft.
Mas vai levar a relíquia, não é? Tipo, não vou deixá-la aí.
Especially from my uncle. Is that ominous?
Oh, fuck. Espera lá, como é que... Oh, cabronzola, como é que tu sabias?
The sounds we kept hearing. It was you.
You gave me no choice. I had to follow you. Sebastian, please, leave the relic alone. We can find another way to help Anne.
I'm sorry, Ominous, but I'm taking it.
No, you're not. If you won't put it back, then I will.
Hold on, both of you. Sebastian, please, take a step back.
Fine, but Ominous knows I won't step back from a fight.
Can't believe
What?
this.
Oh my god. Guys, come on.
How much did you hear?
Everything. I heard you encourage Sebastian to take the relic.
Sebastian's done his research. He knows what he's doing.
Sebastian makes things sound easy when they could be impossible.
Ok, também é verdade, certo. Mas somos jovens.
Nothing will change his mind.
Something has to. I need your help.
You're right. This seems far riskier than Sebastian realizes.
Good. We're agreed. We don't allow him to leave here with the relic.
I do think we should talk to him, but I fear we won't stop him from taking the relic.
What are you suggesting?
I'm suggesting we negotiate. We allow Sebastian to leave with the relic under one condition. After this...
Fomos completamente incoerentes, mas...
We agreed to in the scriptorium. I'm being taken for a fool.
You're not, Ominous. This may be the only way to keep your friendship intact. Let's trust him to know what's best.
Fine. If I trust him on this, I'm trusting you too. The dark arts seem harmless until it's too late. Go then. Leave with the relic. I'll not say a word more. I hope I don't regret this.
Sebastian, we're ready.
What is it? I haven't changed my mind.
Ominous has. Let's go.
What? Ominous?
I'll explain on the way. Come on.
Já nem sei para onde é que viemos.
Confringo!
Já nem sei para onde é que viemos. Mas já que estou aqui, pois... Caralho, tenho os bolsos cheios. Mas o mais provável é não voltar aqui mais, não é? Mas está bem. Olha, primo, já não sei para onde é que viemos, sabes? Isso é o que mais engraçado.
Well, what happened back there?
Ominous and I found a compromise.
Ominous simply needs a moment with you and he'll change his mind. Is that it?
I told him we ought to give you this chance. that the relic is too important to ignore.
There has to be...
Revelio!
Tell me.
We agreed on what was needed, Sebastian. You have my word.
Não estou para perder tempo ali, foda-se. Vou embora.
I never wanted to keep all this from Ominous.
Caralho, isto assustou-me.
Just doesn't understand. And I didn't want to worry him all over again.
Será que dá para eu voltar aqui depois? Dá, né? Bem, ok. O Ominous agora foi demasiado brando.
Ominous wouldn't even acknowledge me. That's not like him.
He was troubled, Sebastian. Even though we agreed to it all, it's been a lot to take in.
I thought he understood. He couldn't give up. All of this is too important. For Anne.
Anda, vamos embora. Olha, não vou dar a volta a essa merda.
Not know what had to be done to get this relic. She thinks like Ominous. It had only upset her.
Que fumo negro descomunal.
What is it?
Smoke. Over there, by the hamlet. Feldcroft's in trouble. They're under attack.
Let's hurry.
Pois era isso que eu estava a achar estranho. Como é que é? Estamos bem ou não?
Confringo. Pity. Not quite. Defender. You can't stop. You're so very. Scribble. Confringo.
There's nowhere to go.
Confringo. Keep out of Storm's reach. Yeah. Levioso. Hit him. No!
Uncle, to the right.
Got it.
They're closing in.
Potato.
Ok.
Confringo.
I'm a goblin.
Glacius. Imperial. Defender.
Ah!
Will make me.
Stop provoking them.
I'm handling
Confringo.
Give us. Keep out of the way.
There's nowhere to go.
Levioso.
Defender.
Keep out of Storm's reach. Ringo.
Ok, agora ia fazer grande merda.
Boy, what have you done?
Saved my sister.
With an unforgivable curse. From that damned book, no doubt. Your father would be ashamed. You've gone too far, Sebastian. Stay away from her. From all of us.
What did my uncle expect me to do? The Imperious curse saved Anne's life. That goblin was going to kill her.
There was little time to react, but it was an unforgivable curse.
I acted in the moment. That's all. I shall make my uncle see reason. He cannot banish me from my own home, from my sister.
It might be best to let him calm down a while. May I speak to him? Perhaps I can help to ease the tension a bit.
You may be right. Very well. Probably best if I get away from here for a while. I'll head back to Hogwarts.
Vamos lá falar com o tio então. E terminar o episódio por aqui. Olha lá, tio. Não é? Vamos lá falar um bocadinho.
What's he thinking?
Pardon me, Mr. Sallow.
What Sebastian did was inexcusable. You cannot possibly be about to defend him.
Sebastian acted rashly, but he acted out of instinct to save Anne.
Out of instinct? With an unforgivable curse? This family does not resort to using dark magic even against our enemies. What Sebastian did cannot be undone. That you are defending Sebastian's behavior at all tells me everything I need to know. You are as guilty as he is. Sebastian is to come nowhere near Feldcroft, nowhere near Anne. Unforgivable curses are so named for a reason. If I hear that either of you continues down this path, if either of you uses dark magic, I will notify the headmaster immediately. Why, Sebastian?
Ok. Está mesmo brabo. Se calhar deixámos o homem em paz um bocadinho também.
Talk of the school since you saved Mr. Rabe and I from the Ashwinders. We have come so far. We should discuss the next steps in our plan to stop Harlow.
Ok.
Wonder who lives here.
Malta, vamos ficar por aqui. Foi uma coisa em tanto. Isto está a deitar um fumo preto descomunal. Vamos ficar por aqui. Foi um episódio em tanto. Vamos que salvar a Nettie, mas no entanto descobrimos imensas coisas. Ok. E depois agora tivemos que ajudar o Sebastian e pronto, deu merda. Como é lógico, claro que deu merda. Mas guys, vamos ficar por aqui. Vemo-nos no próximo episódio. Muito obrigado por assistirem. Portem-se bem. Um grande abraço. Tchau, tchau, guys. Fiquem bem.